You've never been ashamed of your interest in tabletop games, but ever since you stopped seeing people, you've spent far less time role-playing than you used to. The cloak-wearing nerd standing before you reminds you of days gone by, when you used to gather around a table with your college friends and pretend to be someone else.
Ho there, traveler! No. Ho, as in, hey. Howdy. How are you? You know, simple salutation. Ah, that's the spirit. I'm Chance, your D20.
The mysterious cloak comes off, and you see the friendly face beneath.
Welcome. Taking a tiny respite from the drudgery of work? I actually have no idea. All I do is play. If you are up for a real adventure, I have just the thing for you. Have you ever heard of grottos and gargoyles? Oh, that's great! What's your favorite monster? Oh, and what about your favorite mystical weapon? Or class? Oh, I have so many questions. Wow! Someone else who feels the same as me! Oh, it's so hard to pick a favorite. Everything about G&G is so cool! You wouldn't want to, maybe, kinda... play with me, would you? It would only be the single greatest thing you could do for me.
Chance's eyes light up, his hands balling into fists as he does his best to contain his excitement.
Really? Holy crit! Someone to play with me! You have no idea how hard it is to find someone to play with. Ideally, but hey, one-on-one sessions can be a really great way to learn the game. Depending on what class you pick, though, I might have a few friends around the house who might want to hop in. Regardless, it'll give us some time to get to know each other better. It's time to get you your character. All we have to do is choose your stats, your powers, and your weapons. Then your armor, your lineage, and your gargoyle gauge. Although I might leave that out for this first character. It's an optional setting. See, you can have a portion of gargoyle blood running through your veins, which lets you... How about you let me make your character for you? I know the game inside and out, and you can just show up and play. Oh, I'm so excited. You have no idea how much fun we're going to have. I'll even build the session based on what class you pick. There are 3 classes I can get rolling for you. All of them are awesome, but they won't be too much of a challenge. I'd suggest the Troubadour, the Guardian, or the Enchanter. Which one would you like? Sure. Let's start with the Troubadour. Loved by the locals for their wit and their voice, this magnificent magical minstrel can change the outcome of a dire situation with a simple tune. And with a liar by their side, this slick and seducing stupefier is sought after by those who wish to trade both coin and secrets for songs. Don't be fooled, though. The Troubadour can hold their own. They are a healthy hero, able to take hits with the best of them. What do you think about the Troubadour? The mighty Guardian. This sword-wielding warrior of light and all that is right vows to protect the citizens of the realm. This is one beefy class. While this particular participant can pack a punch, they aren't the smartest of the classes. If there's a problem, they will try to solve it by punching. It isn't a bad thing, though. A well-equipped guardian can take down the most vicious of gargoyles. Their fighting record is just as shiny as their armor. Thoughts on the guardian? The Enchanter. The magic-slinging specialist who calls on charms to complete tasks. Shrouded in secrets and itchy cloaks, the Enchanter is a master of the far-off flaming finger. They are a bit more delicate, opting to avoid obvious agony by staying further back from the brawl. Don't think they aren't good at busting heads. They can spin spells to soften the toughest heel troll, or even summon a sidewinding slipper snake. How does the Enchanter sound to you? I'm so excited! The Troubadour. A fantastic character to start your adventures with. I hear that Dasha wanted to roll with a guardian if someone was playing Troubadour. If you two know each other, I'll invite her. She's not hard to find, right underneath me. Now that I know who you want to be, it'll take me some time to finish building out the session for you. Give me a day? I should be ready by then. Anything before that, and it's a bit dicey if I'll be ready or not. Haha, me neither. Oh, it's been so long since I've played. I'll see you then. My faithful traveler, you have returned. Ever faithful. I knew it. And it looks like our mutual friend Dasha is joining us today.
I am ready to perform feats of strength with my imagination.
She claps you on the back just a little too hard.
Do not worry, my friend. Dasha's brain muscles are just as strong as real muscles. You are sure to succeed in your ventures with Guardian Yekaterina Dmitrievna Petrova at your side.
I prefer to call them adventures, but to each their own.
I use detect evildoers to find any villains nearby.
We haven't started yet, my dear. One moment. Before we start, here's your character sheet. You will be playing Miles Cypress, a troubadour from the mean streets of Cantalopia. You have taken up a new home in Decor, which is ruled by the House of Knives.
Ooh, I am ready to grotto and gargoyle!
You start the game with 50 hit points. If you reach 0, your adventure ends. Don't worry about reading the sheet too much. I'll keep track of your health and letting you know what you can do. Now tell me, are you ready? Woohoo! We start our adventure at night. Most of the shops in Decor have closed for the night, but that doesn't mean the town is asleep. Far from it. Near the center of town, right off the cobblestone path, is the Countertop Tavern. Music pours from the open windows as you stand on the small wooden stage, having just finished one of your specialty songs. What are you saying to the crowd? I guess that'll work. You're just warming up. It's okay. Let's continue.
Your music is decent. Very good.
You exit the stage and find your seat at the bar. The bartender slides you a red ale. They catch it and thank you with a simple nod. You know that some meat and cheese will be waiting for you in your room.
I am seated at the bar, enjoying delicious ale and meats. And also,
As you sip your drink, a hooded figure sits next to you at the bar. Without looking at you, they simply ask, "Can you swing as well as you can sing?" They notice you try to see who they are. They pull their hood closer and slide you a thick gold coin with the stamp of the butcher block on it. The butcher block are the not-so-secret guard of the Knives Monarch. If they have come to you, it is serious business. With this, they rise from their seat and they move to the stairs. They pause briefly, making sure to lock eyes with you before ascending the steps. You toss back your drink and you follow. People have noticed the moment and start to whistle and hoot. You play it up! The whole crowd cheers you on, thinking that your sonic serenade has helped you score. At the top of the stairs, you see the hooded figure slide into your room. You follow carefully. When you open the door, you see they have pulled their hood back, exposing their face. Before you is a gorgeous human. It is disarming. Why would anyone so beautiful cover their face?
Perhaps it is trap. A role to seduce this beautiful human, just to be sure.
That won't be necessary, Dasha. They're looking expectantly at you, Miles. Buttering up the GM does not grant you advantage on skill checks, but it is appreciated. Once you have closed the door, they say, as a member of the Butcher Block and in direct response to the needs of the House of Knives, we have a task for you. The Prince of Knives, Nakiri, has been kidnapped. We know that the evil Grand Vashir has him. They are planning to sacrifice him to their god, Cleaver.
Sacrifice? This sounds unsafe.
The block has a mole in our midst. We have not discovered who this person is. Any action to secure the prince would be found out. It would make matters. You should rest up. Tomorrow is a big day. This is so much fun, isn't it?
Yes, I wish to continue.
Woohoo! I'm really enjoying myself, too. Where were we? Right. You get a full night's rest and a hearty breakfast. You get a boost of 20 health for the day. You, Troubadour, are ready to go save the prince.
Yekaterina will eat hearty breakfast as well. Breakfast is most important meal of the day. I am ready for action.
As you head out towards the great kitchen sinkhole, you have a pep in your step and greet the people in the market. They laugh and joke about your performance the night before. The thought of the Prince of Knives in trouble worries you, and you know you need to make haste. You have seen the prince once before, and the thought of him floods your mind. He is handsome, sharp-dressed, and has carved a place in your memory. To sing for him would be a dream come true. To serenade him in private would be... Ooh. You walk faster at the thought. That pep in your step has become a borderline power walk. As you walk past the town gates, you notice that two people are behind you. Maybe they are just traveling as well. Still, you can't be too sure. You pass a fork that goes to a neighboring town. They don't turn off. You remember the messenger from last night warning of a mole within the block. Could they have found out already? Has your cover been blown? What do you do? You take a hard right turn into the tall grass field next to you. The two people behind you continue on the path. You breathe a sigh of relief to think you were just being paranoid.
They could not handle Yekaterina. My aura of strength has frightened them off.
But then, you feel the tall grass next to you move. You stop, trying to find where the rustle is coming from. That's when you realize it's coming from all around you. Out of the tall grass, you are attacked by a small lizard thing that bites at you. Stop! 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 It's a knobgoblin. You can either swing at it with your trusty club, or you can perform a stunning song. You find your note, and you sing it loud and proud. The Knobgoblin falls to the ground, shocked at your glorious voice. With the Knobgoblin behind you, you find the main road and head towards the Great Kitchen Sinkhole. The road is packed well, and your feet seem to find flight on it. The sun is high, and the warmth of the day is complemented by the smells coming from the woods ahead of you. As you cross into the trees, the canopy above blocks the light from touching much of the forest floor. The coolness of the shade hits your skin, and you smile.
If only we could stay in this beautiful place. It's like painting in my mind.
You remember what it was like to play your music for the trees. This is where you learned the art of song. From the birds, the bees, the crickets, and the chipmunks. You don't know what is ahead of you in the kitchen sinkhole. That makes you anxious. You take a moment, letting the breeze push through the trees and over your body. What is on your mind right now? You taste the wind on your tongue and you use it to move through the woods. The path turns to go to Cantalopia, but you look around you before pushing through the overgrowth toward the Great Kitchen Sinkhole. As you come upon the edge of the woods, you see it. The sinkhole, lined with silver sand and a large black stopper at the bottom. You look around and consider your options. You see that there is only one way through, and that is right in the center. You see the stopper raise up, and a ladder catches your eye. Surely, that is where they are keeping the prince. Guards roam back and forth, surely keeping watch for anyone daring enough to save the prince from them. You think it best to wait until night begins to fall before you make your move. As the sun begins to head over the horizon, causing the silver of the sand to reflect the light in brilliant fashion, you decide it is time to make your move. Moving swiftly and using the sand to slide and the light to hide, you reach the stopper with no interactions from any guards. As a matter of fact, there are no guards here.
They must have heard Yekaterina was coming.
You don't have time to consider how strange that might be. You must continue on. You lift the stopper to find a metal ladder built into the side of the deep hole that serves as the entrance. What you thought would be sand is actually metal on either side. Someone took advantage of the cavern that the sinkhole created and made it an evil layer. As you move through the space, you hear voices. You sneak down the halls until you find yourself at the edge of a big, open room. You know the voices are coming from in there, but you don't know how many there are. What do you do? You press your ear against the door. After a minute or two, you hear them leave. After another minute or two, you open the door slowly. They are gone. Ahead of you is a path that leads to a hallway pulsing with red, glowing energy. This must be it, the location of the prince. You sprint past, ready to finish your quest. As you step into the hallway, you can feel both energy and heat in the air. Something is afoot. And as you turn the corner, you see the prince, but you also see who you know to be the king.
Ooh, a twist! How exciting!
So glad this campaign is going well. King Cleaver stands before you, stripped of his royal garb. His muscles are coated with a layer of sweat as he kneels before a bonfire. In a cage to the side of the room is the prince. A pulsing red energy surrounds the cage. The king is mumbling what you can only suspect to be an incantation, but he stops as you fully enter the room.
I see some of my block couldn't leave well enough alone.
The king rises, towering over you, his back to you as the fire dances on the walls. Before I begin, this is where I monologue. I know it's silly, but it's what the big bads do, okay?
Do you know how long this realm has had a king? For millennia. Before history can be noted as beginning, this land has always been ruled by a strong-willed king. And not just any king, the only king. Me.
The king turns around, and his face looks hollow in the firelight. His eyes are glowing with a sinister glow.
And for millennia, someone in the royal line has vanished. Either in war or out at sea, some tragedy has fallen to a young member of the family, and the kingdom has mourned for a time. But they have moved on. And queens would die, and kings would pass of a broken heart, and a new king would take the throne. Always some cousin or uncle from a small parcel of land no one had heard of. Always of humble means, always young, always handsome, always me. And all I have ever needed is the blood of my line to rejuvenate me, and for my inner circle to make sure the butcher block failed in their search. But I suppose my moles failed to do their job this time. They will have to die too, after I kill you.
The king launches himself at you. What do you do? You move just in time as this royal man tries to slash at you with his claws. You see the prince in the cage, trying to get out. You whip around and shoot a sonic blast toward the king. It pushes him back, causing him to fly across the room and smack into the wall for... You did 40 damage to him, and he is stunned.
I will slash at him as well, while he is stunned.
You bring down your sword on him. He groans in pain as you inflict a massive 53 damage to him.
And he is still alive?
He sure is.
What shall we do next?
You can either help the prince, or you can try for your ultimate attack. You close your eyes, and your mind goes back to the forest. Only this time, you hear the steady, growing roar of a river ripping through the landscape. You open your mouth, and out comes the sound wave. The room shakes, and everything rumbles. Sonic fury is pouring out of your mouth, and the deluge is monumental. So much so that the sand from the surface begins to seep in. The king notices.
You fool! You will kill us all!
You hear the falling of metal bars as the cage that held the prince collapses. A blast of arcane energy flies from his hand, hitting the king in the chest and staggering him. The prince grabs your hand, saying, "Let's go, before it caves in." He pulls you past the fire and toward the mouth of a cave. As you run, you can hear the room behind you give way. A roar comes from the king.
No! I cannot die here!
Just as you cross the threshold of the cavern, everything behind you collapses. You stand outside with the prince, breathing hard from your sprint. You look back on the collapsed cave. It is silent for a moment. Then, the birds start to sing again. Whew! With the prince safe, you make your way to Cantalopia together. It is there that you find a member of the butcher block you can trust, vouched for by the prince. The news of the immortal king and his destruction spread. Many begin to question the position of the royal family in their lives and as their rulers. The queen, now free to rule as she pleases, works to make amends with those who have lost their faith in the crown. And you get what was promised to you. You are set up in the royal court. You play for large events and gain fame. But it is more the intimate moments where you are playing your lyre by the fireside with the queen nodding along, and the prince creating lyrics on the fly. Those are the moments you live for. For now, you want for nothing. You are happy. You are well. You are a hero.
Thank you for running this beautiful game for us, Chance. Ekaterina will live on in my mind.
You were amazing! The way you just... Ah! Sorry. I'm just so excited with how much fun we just had. I'm floored by you. Listen, that was pretty much perfect for me. You are pretty much perfect to me. And if you are ever wanting to roleplay again, in any way, let me know. We could move from the character sheets to the, other sheets? Yeah, I'd like that. Until next time, you mighty hero, I'll be waiting for your epic return. Holy crit! You maxed out our relationship status!